Hi, we are Rob and Kathy, and welcome to our channel. Join us for our travels in Australia and beyond. Well, good afternoon, viewer. We've been given the morning off. This afternoon we're going on a cruise to, what's the place called, Catherine? Iron Pot Island, which looks like it's going to be really interesting. And we're here at the Mawson's Hut Replica Museum. Mawson was, of course, an Antarctic explorer of great renown. Earlier today we went for a nice walk around some of the old area of Hobart, in search of a coffee shop and bakery said to be the best in Hobart, Tasmania, Australia, Southern Hemisphere, possibly the world. And on a long weekend with the place crawling with tourists from a huge cruise ship that was docked, it was of course closed. So that's Mawson's Replica Hut, and now we're going to head over to the Lark Distillery, where Cook is going to make an astute purchase of whiskey. The Lark Distillery cellar door was once a distillery and bond store and is steeped in local history. The Lark Distillery is a producer of whisky and liqueurs in Hobart, and it was founded by Bill Lark in 1992. The distillery won a gold medal at the 2019 London Spirits Competition, and a very nice bottle of whisky was purchased. Here's a bit of Hobart trivia for you. On this corner, every building is heritage listed. So all four of them. It's the only example of this in Australia, and some of these buildings really are magnificent. Tasmania is famous for its ice cream, and this is one of the places to buy it in Hobart. Is it nice?
Oh, it's lovely. Whiskey cream on a theme.
I had boysenberry with it. This is a famous place. This is Constitution Dock, and if you're a follower of the Sydney-Hobart yacht race, you'll know that this is where the big maxi yachts and the winners come to celebrate completing that grueling race. A couple of old veterans of the Sydney-Hobart yacht race. But a very famous spot. And we're back at Pennicott Wilderness Journeys, and this is our tour for the afternoon. Should be really good. And I presume this is our boat. And then we were out on the Derwent. And the boats from Pennicott Wilderness Journeys certainly move. They make for an exciting ride. Here we see Rest Point Casino again, and some of the locals. And then we were back inspecting some of the dolerite, which really is a fascinating rock on the waterfront. The caves here are incredible. Apparently kids jump into that narrow gap from above. Highly dangerous. Speaking of kids, I don't know what these two girls were up to. Well, I do really. They were doing a bit of rock climbing from the water. They look happy enough. Not something I would be happy to do, though. And there she goes, up the vertical face. Then we were on our way again, heading to Betsy Island. And we had a look at another of these dolerite caves that are most spectacular. Not somewhere I'd like to go for a swim. We left Betsy Island and headed for Iron Pot Island, which is a small sandstone island with an area of 1.27 hectares. It is part of the Betsy Island group around the entrance to the River Derwent. It is the site of the Iron Pot Lighthouse, Tasmania's first lighthouse. Built in 1832, it's guided sailors into the mouth of the Derwent River for almost 190 years. Nowadays, it is one of the final markers for competitors in the Sydney-Hobart yacht race. It's not known how the island was given its name, but Matthew Flinders reported that his compass changed by 20 degrees as they approached the island. Probably something to do with the iron. The gantry you can see in this picture was used to unload goods from ships for the lighthouse keeper and his family. The buildings in the picture housed the keeper and his family until 1921, when the light was automated and the buildings were sold off. The island is a haven for seabirds, of which there were many. Also, seals often take up residence there, but there were none for us this afternoon. Iron Pot Lighthouse is the oldest existing lighthouse tower in Australia. And it was time to leave the island, and we had a half-hour sprint, and before we knew it, we were back in the safety of Hobart Harbour. Big thumbs up to Pennicott Wilderness Journeys. They've done a fabulous job on both of the tours we've been on. Their knowledge of the area is remarkable, and the crew pass that on so well to the people that they're taking out. It was a great day out on the water, and that finishes our Hobart experience. Tomorrow, Launceston. Here we are at our room in Launceston, the Best Western. Oh look, Cook's already in there.
Hello.
To our left is our bathroom. Has all the
What's behind
amenities
the door?
you need. I think it's a bath with a shower. Yes. That's very nice. And then we've got a fairly standard hotel room, which will do just nicely for 4 nights. Happy, Cook?
Yep.
Launceston is the second largest city in Tasmania, with a population of over 90,000. It is situated in the north of Tasmania, at the confluence of the North Esk and South Esk rivers, where they meet and become the Tamar River. It was first settled by Europeans in March 1806. Launceston is one of Australia's oldest cities. Launceston was designated as a UNESCO City of Gastronomy in 2021, signifying a global acknowledgement of this gastronomic paradise. Launceston serves as the commercial hub for the north of Tasmania. The Cataract Gorge is Launceston's largest tourist attraction and is in close proximity to the city centre. Just wrapping up the day. The trip out, probably as we expected, was fairly uninspiring. Countryside very reminiscent of the Central West, where we spent a great many years. We were told to expect a sleepy country town in Launceston. It appears at first viewing far busier than Hobart, and a bustling community, so we look forward to getting to know it a little bit more. Tomorrow we're off on the river on, I think, our last cruise of our trip. More about that tomorrow.